Wow, man, I had no idea that story. And I know as a writer and as a teacher, like that side of things, like this is a baby that's been incubating in you for a long time. And probably, like you said, the perfect time where it is even better than it would be if you released it 10 years ago, because there's all that experience and life and deepening of these practices that you know of. And Drew is such a sweetheart. You have to tell her hi. She's an amazing human being.
Or
Uh,
will.
so let's talk about going back to something that I know a little bit about, and I know that a lot of people that are listening probably don't know that much about that. I'd like to break up that word a little bit or go deeper in that word of yogic science, because people hear it and they know about yoga and they know about, you said, like the physical movements, but you said it's so much more than that, or this is beyond the sort of vapid, fluffy sort of
Yes.
Instagram yoga that people know about. Can you talk about what that term means and how it is a science?
Yes. So if we go back to the oldest texts in the world, they are actually the Vedas, starting with the Rig Veda to the Atharva Veda, which is where the Ayurvedic science is. And then also thousands of years old, but not in the Vedas, is a text called the Yoga Sutras, which is written by a great sage called Patanjali. And so when we get into the ancient texts, there's a whole system, a whole philosophy, a whole lifestyle that teaches us how to get out of suffering, how to tap into our bliss, our joy, our vitality. And so the Yoga Sutras, for instance, there are 196 sutras which outline the principles of yoga, and only three of them mention asanas. Only three of them actually mention the physical poses, and they're about sthira sukha asana, steady, comfortable, getting to a steady, comfortable position, which really basically prepares the body to go deeper into the other limbs of yoga. There are 8 limbs of yoga. And so the limbs are about, concentration and withdrawing the senses. So this whole science, which does include going deeper, the path of Yogananda is something called Kriya Yoga, which is the only specific yoga that's mentioned twice in the sutras. So it's part of the Raja Yoga, King Yoga, this system that is called the super highway of getting to the infinite, getting to enlightenment, which is really about awakening and more awareness, getting on the path. I'm not saying we're all going to be, like Jesus or Buddha or Krishna, but just getting a practice where we start to align more to the energy and to the bliss that's available to us. So when I started to get this, well, like I said, the classes I was doing in India, they were very traditional. So there was just a little bit of asana, a lot of pranayama, a lot of breath work, and then a lot of withdrawing and meditation and going deeper and deeper and deeper. And what I started to realize along the way, and it has gotten a lot deeper, like you said, if I wrote this book 5 years ago, 6 years ago, wouldn't have been in the same place. I've been through a lot of hard times, and like I talk about in the book, since then. And that's when it drove me deeper and deeper into the practice. And I realized that, oh my gosh, this is available to all of us.
Mhm.
This true self, this tapping in, which is what the true yogic science teaches us. There are very specific ways that we go from taking all our attention out here with the senses and the ego, the pseudo soul, so to speak, and we start to bring that energy in, and then we start to concentrate it. It's not dissipated in a million different directions.